I'm Shepard here from King David's Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com, and we are in Parashat Devarim. And for some reason, in the Parashat Devarim, the Zohar is sending us to Parashat Balak. So there's no like a specific page within Parashat Balak that it refers to. So I decided to give you an article in the end of Parashat Balak that is talking about the redemption and rebuilding of Yerushalayim, which is very relevant for us always and specifically in those days. So I'm reading from Parashat Balak, page Reish Yud Bet, 212b. Nan zamin kud shebrichu lemivni Yerushalayim. Hashem is about to rebuild Yerushalayim. Le'ach zarchad kochav hakavia. And before that, there's a star that is going to be seen, revealed. Menatzatza b'shiv'in ratin. And that star is glowing in 70 trails of light. ושבעין זיקין נהרין מיניה באמצעות רקיע. Those 70 trails of light will come to the eyes of the whole world from the middle of the sky, the middle of the heavens. And וישתאבון ב70 כוכבים אחרים, and they will suck into themselves 70 stars, other 70 stars. והן העיר ולהיט 70 ימים, and it will be enlightening and burning for 70 days. So before we go on, let's speak about that piece of the article first. The understanding that is accepted in that star is the star of Ya'akov. Like Bilam said, Darach Kochav mi Ya'akov, that there's a star that's going to be coming from Ya'akov. And some people understand it that that's talking about like a physical star that is going to be revealed. And some claims that this star is shown in our days, our years, our generation. There's a new star in the sky. For me, I'm not arguing if it is or it's not, but I don't think that this is the right attitude to learn Zohar. My understanding, my tradition is that the Zohar is talking about spiritual concepts and understandings. So the understanding that is accepted by my tradition is that's talking about Mashiach. The star is actually Mashiach, and when it says that is glowing, shining in the middle of the sky, in the middle of the heaven, it means basically that the whole creation is ready for Mashiach to be revealed. And that shining star is that revelation of the light of Mashiach. The 70 trails of light that was mentioned before is basically the result of the spreading of the light of Mashiach to the, like Yaakov Avinu came to Mitzrayim with 70 people. His family was 70 people in that point. So the number of 70 of the house of Yaakov is certain structure of the souls of Am Yisrael. And when it says that they are sucking, observing 70 stars, 70 other stars, that's basically the power of the 70 nations. In other words, through the time of the exile, through the time of the years before the revelation of Mashiach. So it seems that the angels, the ministers of the 70 nations, have power on top of Am Yisrael, that Am Yisrael needed to be in exile in all kinds of different countries and to serve the different nations and so on. And in the point of time of that revelation that the Zohar is talking about here, the light of those 70 ministers that are kind of in charge of the 70 nations is absorbed and nullified to the light that is revealed of Mashiach, that is representing the kingdom of Hashem, obviously. The Zohar continues, and it says, B'yom HaShvi'ah, in the seventh day. I didn't explain the last point of 70 days that is glowing, but that's basically what I was referring to before, that the 70 days is the time that it is observing and overcoming the light of those 70 angels of the 70 nations. So then in the seventh day, it says, it will be, seventh day obviously is Shabbat. In the 25 days of the sixth month, which is basically Kafei of Elul, which is the day of the creation, right? If you go from Rosh Hashanah backwards 7 days, the 7 days of the creation, so that's Kafei Elul. That, like the creation was starting in Kafei of Elul, also that point of, it's not the end of the creation, but the end of the hiddency time of the creation is also in the 25 of Elul. So the תתכנס ביום השליטה לסוף 70 ימים. So it will be the sixth day, meaning Friday, of the end of those 70 days. And that is referring to the creation of Adam. In the end of the 7 days of creation, right? So that's Rosh Hashanah, which is the creation of Adam Arishon. And the same way that Adam was one within the whole creation, before all the souls have split from his soul, the Neshama of Mashiach is including all of the souls that were included within Adam Arishon. And then the Zohar continues, Yom HaKadma'a Itchazi Bekarta Deromi. That first day, that star will be seen in the city of Rome. Now, again, some people, they take it literally, that it's talking about the Rome, it's talking about the Vatican, that this is like the Sitra Achra that the Mashiach is fighting with. But I take the Rome as a concept, not as like physical location. The concept of Rome is all of that last exile that started from the Roman Empire, that destroyed the second Beit HaMikdash, until our time, that is the same kind of culture that have been involved. So all of the Western world, as we call it, is basically a continuation from the Greek and Roman culture. So the city of Rome is basically all of the Western world, which is basically the whole world, because the whole world is basically controlled and affected from the Western culture. So that revelation of the star, which is Mashiach, over the city of Rome is basically telling us that light of redemption, the revelation that we are waiting for will be revealed first within that city of Rome, within the Western culture, Western world. And the Zohar says, there will be 3 walls that will fall down from the city of Rome. So what is the 3 walls of the city of Rome? If you take it literally, I don't think that they have like 3 walls around the Rome today. But anyhow, the conceptual Kabbalistic understanding is that it's talking about the 3 negative forces that are surrounding the Kedusha, the holiness today. Okay, and there's a lot to speak about, to explain it, but usually I'm not so much into explaining the negative side, so we don't really want to go to a deep, detailed explanation about those 3 negative forces. But the point is that represents all of the negativity of the creation, and all of that falls down with that revelation of the Kedusha, of the holiness that comes with Mashiach. The big chamber will fall down. What is the big chamber of the negative side? So this is basically talking about the feminine side of the negative side, the feminine aspect that is called the chamber, and that will also be nullified. Right? So all of the negativity that is connected to feminine aspect, that okay, like I said, I don't want to speak too much about the negative side. Shalita he karta yamut, and the ruler of that city will die. So this is like the minister that is in charge of the negative side. He's called in all kinds of different names, but I'm not going to go over the different names. When that star will be spread to be shown in the whole world, big wars will occur all around the world. The faith will not be found between them. So within that process of nullification of the negative side, all of the nations will have a great confusion of what are they doing. They lost their source of power because all of those ministers, angels, they got nullified within that light of the revelation. So within that confusion, they all fight one another. ובאמצעות Alma, in the middle of the world, that star will be shining in the middle of the heavens. יקום מלכה אחד רב ושליט בעלמא. A big king will be standing up, and this is the last strength of the negative side, that is as if standing up to fight for his position before he's getting totally nullified. והתגיירוך על כל מלכים והתאר קרבין בטרין סיטרין. So there's a lot of wars that are coming with this king that is raising up. והתגבר עליהו, and he's taking over them. He's fighting with them. ויומד להתכסי כוכבה, in the time that the star is hidden, הזדעזע הר הקדישה 45 מילין, סחרנת אתר דהבה במקדשה. The whole land, the whole world is shivering, and specifically the place of the Bet HaMikdash. And that's talking about the rebuilding of the Bet HaMikdash. There is a continuation for the article, basically to speak about the rebuilding of the Bet HaMikdash and the resurrection of the dead. But I have to hold it here, and it will be continued with the help of Hashem. Many blessings for everybody. Thank you very much. Bracha v'atzlacha.